Okay, today we have two celebrity recipes from the queen bee herself, Beyoncé. The first is her favorite vegan dish, which is a mushroom and walnut chorizo served in a lettuce cup taco. The next one is her personal recipe for guacamole, which she shared with a children's charity book back in the day, but shows up online every single time Super Bowl comes around. But let's dive right into it and eat like Beyoncé and cook for my vegan wife. Okay, let's start with this incredible sounding mushroom and walnut chorizo, and for that we'll need any mushrooms you like. So I've got a bunch of different types. I've got some oyster, some fresh shiitake, and some chestnut mushrooms, and I'm just going to roughly chop these because I don't need to be too thorough because I'm going to go into the food processor later on. And I need exactly 1 cup, which means there's some leftovers here, but that's okay. I'll use them for something else. I'm still getting used to these cup measures. I'm not that familiar with them. I also need half a teaspoon of crushed garlic, and I haven't got a clue how that translates into cloves, so let's just mush up a few of them and see what happens. Also, while I do this, pay absolutely no attention to the stuff decorating the outside of this chopping board here. It's all for show. I've seen other people do it. It kind of looks pretty. I'm trying it out. I might not do it again. Okay, so it turns out that half a teaspoon of crushed garlic is about 3/4 of a large garlic clove. At least I'm thorough. I really do follow the recipe the best I can, folks. Which means I'll also have to save these leftovers for something else. I'll clean up the rest of that mush and then we'll bring out our tiny €15 food processor from Lidl. Okay, and here we go into the blender with mushrooms, garlic, walnuts, a bunch of spices. We got some smoked paprika, some freshly ground black pepper, cumin, a little bit of salt goes in there. We've also got to put in exactly 1 pinch of cayenne pepper, or as it's known in Slovenia, cajenski popper. We also need a couple of sun-dried tomatoes in there as well, and I'm loving this so far. That's basically it. Dare I say, this looks almost too easy. So while I blend this up, I'm just going to read out step 1 of the method for you verbatim from the website. It says, in a food processor, combine all the chorizo ingredients and pulse until crumbly, stopping to scrape down the sides several times. That's with the question mark there, by the way. That's been written like that since 2019. Okay, I might have overdone a little bit at the bottom, but I think we'll get away with it. Still kind of crumbly, so we'll set this blender aside and we'll prepare some of the toppings. So we've got this avocado, and as I said in the Cameron Diaz video, I really don't like cutting mangoes on camera, but I absolutely love cutting avocados. I love slicing them in half. I love scooping out the insides. I like to listen to it. I love it. And we'll just get rid of that brown bit there as well. Nice. Now we'll just grab a spoon, take it out of its skin, and thinly slice it for later. Actually, I'm just going to put this into this bowl to keep this chopping board nice and clean for you guys. And then we'll just quarter some of these cherry tomatoes, and once these are done, that's all the toppings prepared, except for a few later on, which we'll get to. But in the meantime, let's get over to that pan and cook up that mushroom and walnut chorizo. Okay, I have a little confession to make. I totally forgot to press record when that mushroom and walnut mix went into the pan. So what you'll see is about 20 or 30 seconds in, but you didn't miss much. Don't worry about it. Just move past it. Yeah, sorry about that, but you just need to cook this until it browns, which takes like 7-8 minutes maybe. It's pretty straightforward. But it's time to serve this up already. So we'll start with a big old lettuce leaf. Then we'll put in a couple of spoons of that delicious chorizo crumble, some chopped cherry tomatoes from before, avo slices, some corn from a can that I've just drained, and then just a little bit of parsley to finish that bad boy off. But before we serve all that, let's make the guacamole I mentioned. And I'm actually going to use that leftover garlic from before, which I really didn't plan ahead for, but it works, so let's go with it. Crush that in there, and it says that I need 1 small onion. Now this at least looks like a medium-sized onion to me, so I'm going to cut this in half and then finally dice it. And should we get a little bit of crisscross action in there? I think we should. Let's go crisscross style. Okay, let's throw some of this into that bowl, and it still looks like a lot of onion, so I won't use it all. More leftovers for later. And I'm sure you guys have all made guacamole before, so it's just some tomatoes and then some avocado. We need 2 avocados for this recipe, which I'm not even going to bother chopping or smushing. I'll do it all together in the bowl later. And now I need exactly 1.5 tablespoons of this lime juice, which, as you can see and have confirmed, was precisely that amount. Smush that all up with a fork, and I've run into the small bowl problem again. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Like, Jordan, just get a bigger bowl. Jeepers. Okay, so that's pretty good. So now we'll just put in a bit of salt and a peppering of pepper, of course. And you know what? This table is gross, so I'm just going to clean this here. 1 second, hold on. And I don't know, like, it looks nice, but it doesn't look pretty, if that makes sense. Let me just fix it a little bit. It's still not great. Maybe I would just wipe the bowl with some kitchen roll? Nah, that looks weird. Okay, what about this? Yeah, that somehow looks much worse. Okay, I'll try and texture this a bit. You know what? Even though I once needed a bigger bowl, now it needs a smaller bowl. It just needs to kind of like pop out of the top of that bowl. Yeah, that's looking better. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is all ready to be served. So let's take a look at it all together. And this is looking great. Beyoncé, I'm going to admit that I was never a fully fledged member of the so-called beehive, but your personal trainer and nutritionist has done something special here. Well done. Well done indeed. Okay, enough of that. Let's take it over to my aromatic wife, in a good way. She smells like stewed fig. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to join her for a taste test.
So what are we eating?
It's time to taste Beyonce's food.
It looks great. Very colorful. And I can see guacamole and chips.
Yeah,
Well, it looks great.
These are bought.
Yeah. That's fair
She
enough.
didn't make these.
I think this first.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks very appetizing.
I'm going to go for the small one. It's difficult. Very fresh.
Mmm.
The texture of the mushroom style chorizo stuff is really nice. Just the right amount of bite to it. Nice flavors. You know, a little bit smoky from the smoked paprika.
I'll try just like a little bit of it. It's so good. Like, it really is amazing.
I'm not sure how filling this whole meal would be.
No, it is just very like fresh.
This is more like a snack than a dinner.
I think with everything it'll be fine, but like, yeah, if it's just this, maybe they're a bit too light.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to load up on tortilla chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that this maybe needed a sauce because it looked a bit dry when I was assembling it. The chorizo actually does have that kind of oiliness to it.
It does, yeah. It's not like it's dry, but it's not like too dry. It's like dry in a nice way.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit oily.
A little bit crumbly, a little bit oily.
Very good. It tastes very healthy, but also really tasty. Not just like healthy and lame. Healthy and tasty.
Compared to Cameron salad, this is way easier to put together. Way easier. And as tasty in different ways, obviously.
Yeah, but it's the same vibes, I guess. Like fresh salady. And now we're gonna try this guacamole. I love avocado in everything. I would eat avocado all the time. So this and this is like great. It's just avocado.
Double avocado.
Yeah.
The guacamole is fine. It's just a standard guacamole. There's nothing.
No, there's nothing special about it.
Yeah, there's nothing bad about it. It's just kind of a fine standard guacamole.
I'd actually like that to be a little bit more spicy, I think.
Yeah. There's no spice in there.
Yeah, I think it should be spicy.
Yeah.
Like I can see that there's onions, but I think some spice would be great.
The recipe was originally for a kid's book, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's fine though. It's like if it was just this.
I think this is amazing, and this is just okay.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't taste just this.
Yeah.
Because if it was just this, it'd be like, yeah, this is like a solid 8.5, 9 out of 10. That's like a 4. That's a 5 actually. That's a perfect 5 out of 10. Completely in the middle.
Very
totally
neutral.
Average. Very normal. Very neutral. Nothing good or bad. Guacamole is always nice, so this is good, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
They complement each other well. I feel like this guacamole I'd put it in here instead of the avocado slices.
Yeah.
And that's how you get your sauce. It seems pretty simple and down to earth. It's
not
extravagant.
Like super. Yeah. I think it's nice. Yeah.
Relatively cheap to put together. Because even Woody with his soup is like, if you want to, you can throw in some truffle oil there, you know. Quite a human dish.
Yeah, it is.
I'd call this.
But yeah, it seems great for like if you have like a picnic or something. It feels like outside food.
What do you think of the chorizo? Because that's the main star of the show here. That's
what? Oh no, I think it's great. Like I wouldn't say it tastes like meaty, but I think like all the spices and like the color and kind of the texture, like it all is very satisfying. So I think it kind of makes sense. I also never had what's it called, chorizo.
Yeah.
Never had that, so I'm not sure what I'm comparing it to. But it's really good. Like it goes into tacos really well. So.
Biggest difference is that it's totally cruelty free.
So big plus.
Yeah. So in that sense, it's far superior. I feel good eating this. You know, if you make it, take a picture and send it to us somehow. I'm not quite sure how that works. You can email us.
Yeah.
Email us the picture if you make if you make any of our dishes. Email us.
Yeah.
Because that'd be fun.
I have to stop eating. And because every video, I feel like I'm just like nom.
Once again, that's the review right there.
Yeah, like and subscribe and share it online and share it with your friends and family, and make it for them, and make them eat veggies.
Yeah, just a few things if you want.
Yeah, just a few things.
Just a few minor things you could do for us.